You see, but so in the house we make choices. You
Right,
see,
exactly.
but that to me still does not mean that I'm not the head of the household, because
Do we start over?
basically everything that we talked about, and I say this from experience, and I think even, I mean, a woman, regardless of how powerful she is, she needs a man by her side. You see,
Exactly.
and even when it comes to sexual relations, you know, it's important for you to be a man.
No, you gotta be the alpha male.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be the alpha male. Exactly.
You're not the alpha male.
You gotta be the alpha male. So I love what Paul is saying, because the choice is there. You can make all the choices you want after you trust each other, after you know yourself, and after you have a solid marriage. You can trust each other. You can make choices for everything. But still, there's that.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, but you know, so I agree with you 100%. I think that your poised and your direction in your household should go through you.
Yeah.
Not that you're a male chauvinist pig. Honey, shut up, and I'm gonna do whatever I want. No.
No, absolutely not.
You upset her opinion. You hear her out. You see your son. You see your daughter, and at the end of the road, we do what I say we do.
Yeah.
Even
Even
it's
as
gotta
a
be
leader,
a
we're
father
servants.
figure, husband figure, alpha male.
Yeah, even as alpha males, even as head of the household, but our responsibility is also to protect and to serve.
Chacho.
Exactly.
So when you have your family, you serve.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. You're the alpha male, but you still serve
Yes.
and you protect.
I would just like to point out.
And one more thing, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm gonna close it. When you get ready to go to bed, Patrick, I know for a fact, knowing the way you are, you're gonna come up and check this door. You're gonna check that door. You're gonna check that door. You're gonna close the shades. You're gonna give your son a kiss. Okay, pray before you go to bed. You wanna pray together? You want me to pray with you? Close the door, and then everything is locked. Then you go to your room.
At peace.
And then you communicate the little communication, and you're at peace.
Yeah.
That's the way I do things.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's preparing to rest.
When I walk, even when the kids were little, I mean, when I walk, whether it's the mall, whether it's a Disney, I walk behind them.
100%.
You know, to be able to watch them and protect them and serve their needs, you know, and see, you know.
It's everyday life, man. It's.
Now, we know what rest, it said here, rest, right? Good night's sleep.
We're talking about alpha male and we're talking about rest.
But it's important.
the lion rest,
And the
remember the
discussion about
lion?
it is,
The
the
lion
discussion
rest.
that we talk about is, we're the men of the house. How are we supposed to rest? All those things that we just talked about right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Now, we know about good night's sleep. We know about getting relaxation, daily rest, weekly rest. How long, George, have you kept yourself awake? For the longest time? Like, what is your...
In my entire life?
In your life, how long have you stayed
3 days.
awake? How long?
3 days.
3 days.
Georgie.
Paul?
3 days.
3 days?
Oh, over 3 days.
Eric?
2 days when my father died.
2 days?
Yes.
Pastor? How long?
2 or 3?
I remember.
I've already hit 3 days.
3
2
days?
days.
I think probably I like to sleep, so I probably maybe a day. You know what I mean? There's
The 3 days is a very busy time, though. It's not
3 days though.
normal.
Think about that. 3 whole days of no sleep, right? Do you think you get that sleep back after you've lost it? No, right?
Although I did sleep 12 hours, but that's...
Oh yeah, sleeping 12 hours is fantastic. Has anyone ever heard of Randy Gardner?
No, sir.
Randy Gardner? World famous Randy Gardner?
Yeah.
You know who that
the
is?
wrestler.
No.
That's different.
No,
That's Randy Savage.
Randy Savage.
No, the Olympic guy.
Oh no, that's Rulon Gardner. Randy Gardner.
No.
Randy Gardner, he's famous because he has a world record for not sleeping. He was 16 years old. Does anyone, just give me a number. How long do you think he didn't sleep for?
4 days.
1 week?
No.
8 days.
10 days.
Close.
2 weeks.
Look, sleep is for the weak, he said, okay? Sleep is for the weak. So he, at 16,
2 weeks.
they did a sleep study that was sponsored by Harvard. They had all these doctors watching him. He didn't sleep. He was doing all kinds of stuff. 11 days, 24 minutes.
You got it closest.
He stayed awake. 11 days. Now, after 3 days, George, Pastor Paul, 3 days. One second, it's in 3 days. How did you feel mentally? Like,
Destroyed.
how did you? Could you make it?
I was in a cloud.
You're basically.
Yeah, I was slow, I
you're
was
like
slow.
basically with like a haze.
Slow, yeah.
I would like to say that I actually started hallucinating because I for the last couple of hours, it got to the point where I saw things like crawling out of the corners of my eyes, and I would turn around and go, like there was something there, and it wasn't. I was just hallucinating, and I looked it up, and that's a symptom of sleep deprivation.
First of all, you stop being sleepy.
Yeah.
Yes,
after a certain point,
You become
just-
wired.
Yeah,
or
wired.
wired,
What
and then
happens is your
after
circadian
wired,
rhythm comes
you
back
become
on.
like a robot.
Yep.
And then what happens is that you don't know, like for example, I was a police officer when I stayed up like 2 days, and I remember driving the squad car and falling asleep, and you know it's like you're wired. It's like and it's dangerous because then you kind of like lose control.
Well, most
Wow.
major disasters
Happens
3
to them.
a.m. happen
Yes.
when people are sleep deprived.
Yes.
They're not rested.
That's a good point. When you
2
felt,
to 5 a.m. most things happen.
when you were falling asleep in the squad car, were you feeling sleepy?
No.
Exactly,
No.
because he was
Wired.
he felt the weight, but his body and his mind were still tired.
Yeah.
So that's why, without even realizing it,
You're a cloud, dude.
Well, it depends
Yeah, so
on what's
he's-
going on.
and
Because like for me, we were doing
Drills.
drills on the ship, and we did 3 straight days of flights and I was working the whole time. There was no rest even. It was all mental type work, and so your body, God created an amazing body that can overcome these things when
Yes.
it needs to. And in that condition, I was not tired at all. Like you say, you lose being tired.
You're wired.
I was functioning because I was helping to plan flight missions, and so we didn't want to kill the pilot by having him go into where there's anti-aircraft stuff. So we were doing stuff like that, but your mind can come and work because they did an experiment with a guy to see change his daily cycle. They put him in a cave and they had lights to control like daylight and night. No clocks. They had office environment, and he was working. And he got to, it was like almost a year experiment. He got to where on a regular basis his working day was 54 hours.
wow.
He would work 54 hours, get 8 hours sleep, 54 hours.
Don't your
8 hours
organs start
sleep.
shutting down then? Because
He did that. It built it up slowly, and he just got used to
you
it.
see, you want
I've heard of some people training themselves to sleep only 4 hours, but that's insanity.
Well, no, there are people that.
you want to knock me down, put me 3 days without sleep. I need my rest, man.
Absolutely.
But there
So-
are people that physically what?
Can go on 4 hours sleep. There's a not
Yeah.
a disease, but there's a condition
No, but-
where they sleep 4 hours and
Insomnia.
that's it.
I've heard of that, but I've also heard of people who start with the regular 8 hours and then like train themselves to 4 hours.
That's my wife.
Well, look, this guy, he stayed awake for 11 days, 24 minutes, 264 hours. When he finally went to sleep, he slept for 14 hours and 40 minutes. He woke up naturally, the circadian rhythm woke him up. Then he went and slept another 10 and a half hours. So the discrepancy between the 264 hours of awake, okay, and the 24, almost 25 hours of actual sleep, he got less than 1/10 of his sleep back. Okay, you never get that rest back. I mean, he basically just flushed that rest down the toilet. The effect on his body, as I was reading about him, he was lucid. He was able to speak, but there were certain things cognitively that he couldn't do. Like they said, count backwards from 100. He only got to 65 because by the time he got to 65, he forgot what he was supposed to be doing. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And
exactly.
so he was able to play ping pong because this was movement. But then when they said, "What's a score?" he goes, "What? Well, what do you mean? What's a score?" You know what I mean? He didn't know what the score was. You know what I mean? So
It's a
his
machine,
cognitive
man.
function.
Perfect
this-
machine.
And they no longer have these world records because for this particular
It's
category
dangerous.
because it's very, very dangerous
Yes.
cognitively. You know.
Well, I hear that the Navy SEALs are practicing on sleep deprived too.
Well, that's
Sleep
necessary,
deprivation-
but 11 days.
Yeah.
No, that's too
Well,
much.
sleep deprivation is one of the number
Yeah.
one ways for them to get information. From you.
Exactly.
You know, loud music. They don't keep them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they
Uncomfortable
how they get their.
Yeah.
Now, a good night's sleep. How many hours do you sleep on average, Pastor?
8.
8. George?
8 to 10.
8 to 10,
7, 6.5, 7.
7,
5 to 6.
5 to 6. I'm not even gonna ask you, Xander. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. Well, how about you, Xander?
7 to 8.
7 to 8. A good night's sleep. If you look like this, okay?
That's right there, see?
Okay?
There's no windows.
Good night's sleep right there. Has not a
Your
care in the world.
pillow.
He has no mortgage, no wife to
There you
bother
go,
him,
man.
no
What?
kids to bother
Wow.
him. Okay?
Huh,
He's
Bob?
got
Imagine,
nothing
bro.
Stressful
together.
life.
Fuck, you imagine?
He
Okay.
lives. He lives a stressful life. He's basically a paraplegic. He can't take care of himself.
Look at that. That is a good night's sleep.
He doesn't know
That
that.
is
Yeah.
what we want to get to a point where
Yes.
what it says in the definition, cease to work.
Cease to relax.
Cease to work. This kid right here is wiped out and he's in a complete catatonic sleep, right? That's a good night's sleep. For us, 7 to 8 hours sleep is recommended. Actually, the magic
Yay.
7, okay, is what is recommended. I know, like, I have my Fitbit, and it records how long I sleep. And I'm like 6 hours, 57
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah, more or less, that's
6
it.
hours, 46 minutes,
I
sometimes
go to bed
7
at
hours,
11:30,
5
I'm up at
minutes.
6.
You know, and I'm
6
up
hours,
because I get up at 4:30, I'm up, I gotta go do my thing. 7 hours is recommended. Not many people get 7 to 8 hours, you know. In
I
fact,
think there's a lot of 5 in life.
life changes actually affect that number.
Oh.
Like Danny has a new baby. That's total. Chris Rafey, new baby. Okay, those life-changing things really affect that 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But remember that sleep, if you think nutrition is important and you think that exercise is important, sleep is another 33 and 1/3% of that 100%. You need to sleep. You need to
Mandatory.
rest. You need to recharge. And God made us diurnal. He made us to function during the day, and that's how we work best. Get up early and go to sleep early and then wake up early. That's how he made us. He made us diurnal. He didn't make us what they call a night owl. There's really two types of people and then a middle slot. There's a lark. You know what a lark is? A lark is a bird that is up early. You hear them like at 5 a.m. awake and doing stuff. Then there's a night owl who's up at midnight and they're just bright-eyed. You literally cannot knock them down. At midnight, they're just awake, okay? And then there's people in between. Some people are larks, some people are night owls. And then there's that mix. You want to get to a point the way God made us, right? Diurnal. You actually, and the way your body is set with what's called the circadian rhythm, okay? You're supposed to be up during the day and out at night.
Of course,
Up during the day, out at night. That's what diurnal is, you know? But the problem is we don't give our body, or you give us ourselves a chance to get to that point because of the things that happen, like what we talked about before. We're the man of the house.
Yes.
We got things happening. But we have to choose
I find
to
that's-
prepare to sleep. And that's what we're going to go through right now. Sleep. Your body repairs itself. Just like when you work out. That's when it repairs. That's when it refreshes, rejuvenates, regenerates, and rebuilds. I know when I go to Camp Kalakwa, I actually sleep pretty good.
Me too.
Because I know I don't have to get up at 4:30. That has already escaped my mind. It already has ceased to be an issue for me. You know? I know that when I go to practice on Friday and I get up Sabbath morning, I actually have a really good night's sleep because I know that I'm not going to work that day. It actually gives me that feeling that I've ceased to work. Psalm 4:8 says, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety."
Amen.
Amen, yeah.
You know, it's a great verse.
That's
that
one of my favorite
grabs you.
sections of the Bible.
You know what I mean? And that's really something like these Bible verses they really hammer that point. They really hammer this point down. Rest is important. That's how it's going to rejuvenate you. Now again, we talked about sleep deprivation. I know that this is some people that I train. They don't go to bed till 2 a.m. and they're up at 5, 6. You know, they have their one eye open thinking about all the stuff. Especially the moms I train.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get this and that and this and that. Sleep deprivation, you increase your rate of disease, your function of your brain slows down, and your risk of diabetes, high blood pressure, and obesity increases when you don't get enough rest. Why? Your body doesn't repair itself. You don't give the body a chance, like we talked about the iPhone. You don't give it that chance to recharge to its full capacity, so it's useful. Yes, linked to heart disease. And this is the worst part about it, is when you get to that 20%, Pastor, that we talked about, now your ability to plan, to concentrate,
Done.
Exactly.
to drive a
Done.
car at 3 a.m.,
Done.
okay, all of that is impaired.
And we compromise ourselves and those that we're taking care of.
Yes,
Exactly.
I can personally vouch for this because there was a period of like 1 to 2 years where I suffered from sleep deprivation, not by choice, and all of that, especially the last part, is true.
No, it's true.
I couldn't concentrate.
Now, how can you get better sleep? When you sleep, like you said, Ray, was a great example. Okay, go to the door,
Yeah.
go to your kids.
Yeah.
To get better sleep, you just don't go upstairs and lay down.
No.
Okay, that's not how you can get better sleep. If you have problems sleeping, and I know that and I know George, you have the machine, right? That it helps you with
Breathing.
with your breathing. George, you need to prepare to sleep. You have to plan, okay, I have to get myself situated, and I turn the machine. You have to prepare to sleep, right? You have a whole process, correct?
Yeah.
And if you don't have that problem, you still need to prepare to sleep, okay? We have to prepare to sleep. How I prepare is exactly how Ray like hammered it. Check the doors,
There we go.
I check my kids,
There you go.
okay? And I make sure everything is set. I kiss my
Christopher,
kids,
brush your teeth.
say,
Christopher, go to the bathroom.
Everybody go to the bathroom. I don't want to clean,
Yes,
change the sheets
yes,
in the morning.
yes.
Okay, check. And usually Janet, she's still up doing her thing.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
hello.
Hello.
Then I go upstairs.
Boom.
I drop AC. I dim the lights.
Yes.
I lay down.
Yes.
I put my stuff, and I prepare to
Exacto.
sleep. And that's how you got to
That's
get
right.
going.
Yes.
One of the things that they have here says, take a warm bath. Does anyone take a bath here? A bath in
No.
a tub.
No, we take a shower.
Nobody takes a bath, right?
No, once in a while when the kids
Seriously?
are not home, we'll take them.
I mean, like, I've
When we
never
live in
taken
a
a bath.
hotel.
Do you ever look like this? No, right? No one's ever taken a bath. Really?
Well, sometimes you
Take a
have
shower, you're in and out, 6
Boom,
minutes.
boom, boom, boom.
You know, you're gone, you know? It says take a warm bath.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said at the table.
Yeah.
You need to slow down. Me.
Yeah. So,
Slow
And it's
when
down.
it says if you
Bring
take
the
a
arc
shower,
down.
you take
Yeah,
a warm
yeah.
shower, it relaxes you. It helps you prepare. Another thing, this is huge. Take all your electronics, turn off your television, take your iPad, and turn it off.
Wow.
Okay?
Now, okay, pause it now.
That
Pause
is
it now because now I have an
huge.
issue with my wife there.
She's on it, right?
Now that's one of my issues now at the dinner table, conversing towards my family. Honey, I know you bring work to the house, and I know that you are always on your smartphone and all the above.
You can bring this, Ray. You can bring that with you.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes,
You're
and I'm trying to introduce that because let me tell you something. Before we had the flip-flops, and you know what? I know the time changes and we go for the better. And technology is booming. But there's nothing more annoying than seeing your loved one so involved with these smartphones.
Yeah, it's
Because I don't know about you, Pastor Patrick or George, it irritates the squat out of me. Sometimes there's gotta be a time that phone, I don't wanna see that phone.
no.
I'm to that point right now.
Yeah.
I don't wanna see that phone. Put the phone away, charge it or something. Not being dominant, but let's get some quality time. Forget about it. If you wanna check your emails, when I'm at work, check your emails and put up, it is constantly looking at the emails, and that is
You gotta
irritating.
say, Ray, listen, if you got hit by a car right now, your inbox will still be full.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Your inbox will still be full.
Yeah.
It'll still be there.
Yeah.
It'll be there tomorrow. You know what I mean? Eliminate. If you want to sleep better,
Yeah.
period, end of story.
And-
That has to be
I would
something
like
that
to
you
add on to
eliminate.
what Ray and you said, because that hit it pretty much right on the head. Even if you do use your phone, even for recreational purposes, you need to set time aside to spend with your family.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay, you know how messed up it is? The dinner table is very important.
Yeah, well,
You spend time together.
Well, I got the
do
dinner
something
table
you
down
want.
packed.
Yeah.
But after the dinner table, when we're seeing a show or something, it's always constant checking email. And let me tell you something, that irritates the
I'll send this to you, Ray, so you can put it in your
Yeah, I'm gonna-
blow it up, put it right there. Dude, eliminate
As
the
a matter of fact,
television.
don't move it. I'm gonna get a picture
You
of
want to
that.
take a picture? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Use your electronic to take a
In the
picture.
blog is gonna be there, in the blog.
Absolutely. Yes,
Because
sir.
technology is not, it is getting
Yeah,
better.
because, you
it's
know,
not technology's fault.
the problem
Use your
is that,
electronic
you know,
device, just
sometimes-
don't use your electronic
Exactly,
device.
that's good.
Sometimes-
Ray, Ray,
Oxygen.
The only thing, guys, for me, first of all, to fall asleep, like I used to watch Three's Company
Oh,
or Frasier just to fall asleep. And now, going back to what Ray was saying earlier, I put to fall asleep, I use the app for the rain and the thunderstorm. You know,
Oh.
yeah, I use
He's the
that.
opposite.
Yes.
He's a-
I use that to fall asleep. I use that to fall asleep.
and some people, they have to use some methods. Some people
Yeah.
take pills. Some people, you know, need to drink warm milk.
Yeah.
You know, to help. But all those things, what do? They help you relax.
Yeah, exactly.
First things first. Take a warm bath. Take away your distraction.
Not looking at emails.
Don't look at emails.
Don't look at emails.
Also, make sure you have a quiet room. Like there's no disturbance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that will keep you awake to stimulate your senses.
Yeah.
And
I have a
also,
I have a question. Do kids count?
yeah, dude, we kick them out. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, it's
Keith
generally
sleeps and Flora in their room. Got it.
it's you know
She has
you
like her own
want to
mattress.
try to keep it as quiet as possible. Another thing is, we know about bears, right? When bears hibernate, when do they hibernate? They hibernate in the summer. No, when do they hibernate?
Winter.
In the winter when it's cold, right? If you can drop the temperature in the room, I don't know how cold you guys have.
I was just telling you right now,
You can drop it down.
I brought Campalacqua, brought it down to 65.
Yeah,
I
if you can
froze
bring it
everybody in there.
down, you know what I mean? It will give you that opportunity to relax a little bit more. So drop down the temperature a little bit cooler, and make sure you're comfortable. You know, your bed's comfortable. I mean, these are kind of like common sense things, right? But how many of these do we not pay attention to? You know, especially number 3 or number 2 here. Eliminate the TV and electronics. That is huge. You know, is huge because not many people have that discipline to say, you know what, I don't want to look at my emails today. You know,
Well, the comfortable bed and pillows is a factor. A lot of people don't realize that they'll keep the same mattress too long.
Guys, I love you.
And
I gotta get going. I gotta go all the way to Eureka
No.
Drive next to Metro Zoo.
No, Ray. This is important. What you're leaving
Yeah,
for.
you go
That's
forward.
important, so we understand.
No, I mean,
yeah, this thing went a little bit.
No, I'm dead serious.
But
You're gonna spend time
So
with
anyhow,
family.
the mattress a lot of times
Yeah.
depletes itself
Mhm.
in the positions. Even when you flip them or turn them around, you're still wearing out the mattress in that certain position that you're
yes,
sleeping
that's what they
in.
told you to move.
And next thing you know, you're not sleeping as well because your body's not conformed in the right position for it.
But George, I bought the
And you might not even realize.
I bought the
why, George.
thermopeutic one, the one that's really hard. If you put your hands in, it'll see the
Yeah, Tempur-Pedic.
yeah, that one. But you gotta rotate that one clockwise too once in a while.
Yeah.
I have
That's a friend of
to.
mine.
They should pay me and Ray, but I would have to vouch for Tempur-Pedic too, because I have a Tempur-Pedic pillow,
Yeah, they're excellent.
and I haven't had, especially after I got it, I slept like a baby 8 hours straight for a week afterwards, and even now I can't sleep without it.
You can't.
Patrick, again, we'll see you
Yeah,
next
I
week.
mean, I pretty much
See you
aced
Saturday
this
and
except for
Sunday.
Fridays.
Love you, bro.
I can see
Well,
that
be nice,
because
Paul.
I use them to go to sleep. I
So
read
you're,
on my phone.
better half hello.
I'm sorry?
So you're better half hello, Bobby.
Bobby, okay, I'll tell her hello. Yeah, sure. She's at the Rapids.
Yep.
That's cool. All right, Ray. Thanks, bro.
Hey,
Thanks,
So,
Ray.
we
Bye,
went a
Ray.
little bit long, dude.
Papa,
We're
no, thank
almost
you
done.
here. You're my brother, man. You're my brother.
Thanks.
I'll be back next Sunday and I'll see you Saturday.
All right, bro. Thank you for that. So,
You know,
we're gonna finish it up here.
He's leaving. There was one point I've been waiting to hear that I have not heard.
What's that?
Hey Ray, I want you to hear this too.
Talk to me, George.
All right, we're talking about rest here,
Yes.
and the one thing that I've been waiting to hear something about I have not heard about, I think is probably just as important, if not more important, when it comes to resting. You're talking about your body being calmed down and relaxing and things like that. It's our minds.
Yeah.
Our minds. I could be totally still, calm, and
That's the
relaxed,
base.
but my mind is thinking a million miles a minute.
I
on
told
things.
Paul that. I told
Okay.
Paul that. The
That's
mortgage,
where-
the bills, the private
that's where-
school, the gas,
Pastor
the
made the
insurance.
mention about combining rest with
meditation.
With meditation.
Yes. Yes.
You have to learn to take your mind away from these
Disconnect.
things. You put your mind in a happy place, someplace, maybe a vacation you had that
Yes,
you can remember
yes,
that
yes, yes,
was
yes,
so
yes.
calm and soothing
Yes,
and
yes.
stuff like that. And stop worrying about the bills that are still sitting on your desk.
That's what I told my wife.
Stop worrying about the school, the kids
Yes.
not doing so well in school, and all these other things. you gotta put your mind at rest or your body will not
Well,
rest.
I'm gonna close it with one thing, because you guys are my brothers, and you guys, I don't need to be hiding up, because I'm an open book. What you see is what you get from me. My wife suffers from depression. She suffered from depression ever since her mom died. We had 2 deaths in the family in the same year. First, her mom died of cancer, in hospice, in the house, terrible way to die, in a rocking chair. And then my father has a massive heart attack. One in August, and then the other one on the 29th. Bobby suffers from major depression. And then I tell her, Mama, you know what? You need to relax. You need to leave work aside and try to do blocks, and at the same time, go to your doctor and seek therapy, even if you have to sit down or you can talk to me. So I'm not only your husband, I'm a doctor sometimes too, okay? So I'm a doctor, I'm a husband, I'm a stud, I'm a brother, I'm all of the above, okay? Into one, Superman, which he doesn't exist. The Holy Ghost is the strong power of the world. You know, your body is gonna lapse, and you're gonna wear down. It's everyday thing, George. Like right now, you said you gotta close your mind and you gotta put your mind to stop thinking.
Yes.
Sometimes it's impossible. In my case, when I got here, I need to slow down because my life is so fast, and that's what I'm gonna start doing now. When you slow down and you have the house for yourself, then you start relaxing, and you get the Old Testament and the New Testament, whatever you want to do, and spend some time, quality time with God, and ask Him for wisdom and patience and all the above. But it's true what you say. Your mind sometimes, you could be in that same spot right there, relaxing, see rain, but your mind is
Well, we still gotta manage it and have the discipline.
Yes.
Because I mean, I gotta tell you, and Patrick knows this, and I'm the type of person that oftentimes I try, but I don't always achieve it, to practice what I preach. And sometimes because I know like about the nutrition and the exercise and everything, but I just, the tendencies oftentimes don't let me do it. And so, but in this particular situation, it's essential, guys. It's essential. So it's hard, but it's essential, because when we're not resting, sooner or later we're going to break down. And before we break down completely, before we shut down, things will get affected in our lives.
Right, exactly.
The number one.
Please, okay? No, you got the joint, you hit it right in the dot. Sometimes you're just like that, comfortable looking outside, and your mind is
Paul wanted to say something.
miles per hour.
To help with that mind when you're going to bed is to pray.
Great.
Yeah.
I fall asleep almost
That's why I
every
told
time
you
when
right
I'm
before I ate
praying
the
in
fruit.
bed,
Yeah.
because you relaxing.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
Right before I ate the food, I
Yes.
told you I need to slow down. So now what I'm doing now,
And
when
like
I
this,
drop off Chris, is
We need
my
to
time.
practice what we
I don't
preach.
even look at
And we
I
pray.
told her, don't call me unless it's an emergency.
Yeah.
Between when
We
you
need
get
to
into
pray.
work until 10
Yeah.
o'clock.
when you're going to bed, not
When
just
that
when
man
you're
is
going
running,
to bed,
we
when
pray.
you're laying in bed,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
sitting there thinking about work, about what do I gotta do, I need to do this, then I start, God, and I just start praying.
Because we know that God takes care of us.
100%.
And we know that God is a source of peace.
100%.
And so we need to believe that. I remember George, I was in George's house one day, and we were talking about George, like we remember when we were thinking of moving and we were all these things, and I said to George, if we believe in prayer, if we believe in God, if we believe in God, all right, then how said George? I mean, it was like, if we believe in God, then He will help us. And George goes, no, we believe in God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was powerful.
He said if. I said if.
Yeah.
We do.
We do, exactly. Exactly. So
let him work.
Yeah, exactly. And so we pray. It's not if we believe in prayer, okay, let's pray for God to give us peace.
I used to feel when I pray to go to sleep, or pray when I'm laying down, I used to feel guilty because I would fall asleep while I was talking with God.
Yep.
And then I came to realize, after reading in certain scriptures and certain books and things like that. That's God's ultimate desire.
Yes.
Is for us to fall asleep talking to Him.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're in
You
the
can't
presence of
find
God.
any more peace.
Exactly.
When you're
You
Exactly.
can't. And
Exactly.
I was feeling totally incorrect. Totally incorrect. That was the ultimate way